Hey guys, so I was just doing a bunch of 1v1s with Dagan Gera here, and I think I have him pretty much down, so I wanted to make like a little tutorial on and share like what I've been doing that's been working for me in case any of you guys are like struggling and whatnot. So to start like with his abilities, you have his left, his force, I don't know, we got force orbs, and then the middle ability, force illusion. And then you have Force Bomb. So the thing with these abilities, I'd say definitely the left ability is definitely his strongest, his Force Orbs, and the other two are really good too. I didn't think so much at first, to be honest, especially because the middle ability, as you can see at the bottom, it says it's reduces his defense, so I didn't really think because that, and then how the Force Bomb, how like when you use it, it doesn't just blow up immediately, it kind of just sits here and then like explodes in a short like radius. I didn't think it was that good, to be honest. I thought he just had the Force Bomb, that's it. But if you know what to do with all the abilities and you could like utilize them right, they can be like extremely overpowered, to be honest, to a point of where you're like a Dark Souls boss in a way. And that's what I'm gonna explain here. So what I've been doing since the left ability and the right ability, both his Force Orbs and Force Bomb, since they have like a long animation to like use them, it makes you super vulnerable. And you could get caught pretty easily, and you could you could die very quickly. So the trick is to utilize your middle ability, because if you use this middle ability, what it does is just superior. This circle is like a ray mine trick, so most of the time people are just gonna back off, and I mean, if they do attack you, it's gonna be extremely difficult for them to like really move around you, and like they can't really like do stuff like hook swing or anything around you, so it's gonna be kind of difficult. And like if you're like really good at parrying, it could be very beneficial. But while you use that circle ability, so people most of the time will back off, that's when you want to use like your Force Bomb, and then the right, and the Force Orbs and the Force Bomb. And say you don't, for example, say like, because it's like, oh, you're not always gonna have the middle ability, so say if you don't have your melee ability and it's still recharging, since like as you can see, all these abilities take like a long time to recharge. What's called, if you have your right ability, that can work too, to also use the Force Orbs. Because it takes it doesn't just blow up instantly, it takes a second. So if you stand around this, and like especially again if you're good at parrying, you could like combine all that damage on someone, like if they're attacking you, and it could do like quite a bit of damage, you know what I mean. And another thing to note with the left's ability, the Force Orbs, the moment you use these, you don't want to just sit back and not do anything, unless you're like 1 HP weak, of course. But the trick is with these orbs, you want to immediately press the other person while those orbs are going after them. Like, you want to apply as much pressure as possible. Because it's kind of, unless they get cover, it's kind of difficult to avoid these orbs in general. So if you're also applying pressure and you could get like some lightsaber swings in there, it could be like massive. Like I've literally like 800 to 0 like insta-killed people doing it. And yeah, I'm also gonna show 1v1s after this to show like what I've been talking about here. But yeah, that's the trick. It's applying pressure at the Force Bombs, using the middle ability while you use the left and right. And also to note, what I like to do is, since I know people in the comments are going to go, oh, well, the middle ability reduces the defense, so it's like, why do you want to keep that on? So you can with the middle ability, you can actually cancel it. So what you want to do is, second you get your, like, you have the middle ability active, you use your left, you use your right. What I do is I immediately then cancel the middle ability, so I don't have that reduced defense, and while I'm attacking the other person. What's it called? But yeah, I think that covers everything ability-wise, and yeah, that's pretty much like the strategy that I've been using. So yeah, as you can see, middle ability, you can just hit cancel instantly. So yeah, just get those abilities off, cancel it, and then immediately just start attacking. Also, I want to know to counter Dagan that I've noticed his main like weakness and his main counter is also just applying pressure to him as much as possible, because like I said, the left and right ability takes a long time to to use. So if you're just constantly applying pressure on him, it kind of, especially if someone's like inexperienced with Dagan, you could kill them like very quickly that way. But I'd say that's his main weakness, is just like applying pressure on him. So especially if someone's not good like parrying, it could be tough for someone especially new to this character. Like the key, like worst comes to worst, is being just good with parrying. Like that's his like last resort. But yeah, if you do these abilities right, you can literally be like a fucking Dark Souls boss. But yeah, I'm gonna play some 1v1s now, and to show what I'm talking about, and yeah, I hope it helps. Okay, and just really quickly, I want to show the star cards that I use. So I don't really like these two. I don't really like, because duration of force illusion is increased. This is the middle ability. I don't really like using this because most of the time I just cancel it right after I use the other abilities like I was talking about. So this one's kind of useless in a way. And then the right one, I don't like this because you take more damage. So anything that hurts you and does more to you, like hurts you more than it hurts the other person, I don't really like. Kind of like the middle ability, and why I say to cancel it the second you use the other ones. So yeah, this one isn't that good either in my opinion. The ones I use Forsaken. For every enemy damaged by force orbs, he replenishes health. It's pretty self-explanatory. Beckoning, force bomb will be more powerful if it is used while illusion is active. And then Dagan Gera is increased maximum health, but the delay before health regeneration is also increased. This is fine to have on if you are using the abilities right and like timing them right. This isn't really that much of a big deal, so it's kind of, in my opinion, it's worth having this on for the extra 100 if you know how to use the abilities. But yeah, these are the cards I use. Just wanted to quickly note that. Okay, so this fight I have with this Luke here, this is a really good example of what I was talking about with the force orbs and applying pressure. So I didn't even have to use the middle ability for this, because you can get away with using the left and right ability if you have enough distance on them, as you're gonna see here. So I'm gonna quit. This fight is very quick, so I'm gonna show here. So yeah, like right here, I was able to get a distance. Also, if it's a character that isn't like Anakin, so like if it's Anakin because he has a pull, you do not want to do this. But if it's like a Luke, this is okay, because even if he force pushes you, like his ground pound, it's not gonna reach you. So if he just does a force push, it's just gonna send you away. So they're not gonna be able to get you, and it's not really gonna do much. So that's not a big deal. So it is safe to do something like this, and not you could save the middle ability with a character like this. But in terms of like fighting an Anakin or like fighting a Vader with a choke, because sometimes that like the choke could like really reach. So with certain characters like that, you don't want to do this. But for someone like Luke, this is safe to do. So if you have enough distance, you apply orbs. But as you can see, I'm immediately going for pressure with the orbs. And as you can see, I already did half health. I'm just hacking away. That one orb still lingering, and dead. The one orb, it didn't even have to get him, because yeah, like I said, it's all about just applying pressure, and I'm gonna play again here. So literally, not even all the orbs hit. One didn't even hit, and this dude's already at half health, as you can see. So it's immediately like, our dude is like, oh shit, like what do you do? It all happened just within a second, and as you can see, I haven't even hit him with a swing yet, and the orbs were still lingering, still hitting him, and he's already below half, like he's at like a quarter health, and I'm just hacking away until, yeah, he literally just gave up here. As he said in the chat here, he literally just gave up. Yeah, there's just no point. But yeah, like I said, you could apply just massive, massive pressure and like massive damage if you just apply that pressure and know what you're doing. Okay, so for this next fight, this fight is also very quick. So this is a good example of using the force bomb that I talked about, and another character that is safe to not use the mill ability and to save it. Would be against Obi-Wan, because like he's just another character that also has a push, so if you have enough distance, you can't really be punished for this. So this is a perfect example of how I use the force bomb, or not, or yeah, the force bomb. I get these so confused so easily, but the right is force bomb. Okay, so this is an example of me using the force bomb, what's called, to then use the force, or the left ability. This is an example of me using the right ability for the left ability. Okay, got it, we got it. Alright, holy shit. But, yeah, so the moment I use the right ability, the ground pound, I then stick by it, so then when he then comes to attack me, so this is a bit poor on his part, because he immediately goes into attack while I'm still standing by this, so if I'm able to parry him, like I am doing here, as you can see, and then the bomb explodes, then he's already at half, as you can see. And you have the force, you have the orbs, like, lingering and stuff, so that's also gonna do damage. And as you can see, this dude literally gave up, because literally in the span of, like, 3 seconds, he's already below half health again. But, yeah, so he goes to attack right in the middle of all these orbs, and, the ground pound orb. Parry. It hits him. He's already at half. That's what I mean. Like, they do crazy. Like, both of the abilities do crazy amount of damage if you also rack in the parrying with it. And yeah, I felt bad. I was like, I don't even know. But he's even like, what am I doing? But yeah, I felt like that was a good example too. Okay, so now with this fight, I want to show an example of, like, how to counter Dagan, because this fight, I kind of struggled with, because this dude was just, like, relentlessly attacking with Cal, and just swinging and swinging and swinging, and, I was still trying to get, like, the pattern, down, so because he was constantly applying pressure on me, this was pretty tough. As you can see, I'm below half health. Here I get it off, but he's still just attacking and attacking, so this is why I mean, like, you can really counter Dagan if you just attack, and if someone's not good with parrying too, it can be tough. Like, even for me here, it was tough. But yeah. Okay. As you're gonna see here too, Dagan doesn't really have, like, the best stamina. As you can see, like, it goes down pretty quick, so it's also, like, if you don't have stamina, it's tough to do anything, really. And as you're gonna see here, I die, because it's just, if they're constantly attacking and you can't get the parries, right, then you're really gonna struggle. You really have to be careful with, like, his stamina and whatnot, but, yeah, I thought that was a good example of how to counter, Dagan. Okay, so this is another fight with the same guy, and, this I did much better with, and, he kind of walked into the force bomb, ground pound trap that I was talking about, that the same other guy, walked into, but,
feels better.
Yeah, as you're gonna see here, I use the force ground pound, I stay by it, and then he gets hit by it. I don't get to get a parry off or anything, but he does get hit by it. I quickly go for a force bomb there, best I can. Again, I wasn't too good with the middle ability yet at the time of this 1v1. But as you're gonna see here, I'm still applying that pressure, while the bombs are going after him. And then as you're gonna see here again, I use the force, I'm just gonna keep calling it ground pound, because I like the name better. Ground pound, I get parries off, that's still cooking, explode, dead. And I just ran out of stamina too. So again, you have to watch your stamina, but yeah, if you can get those parries off, and, the ground pound, it could be super beneficial, and you can honestly like clutch a 1v1 if you could just do it right. But yeah. Okay, so this was probably the cleanest. I got the strategy down, so you're gonna see I use the middle ability, then the left, I immediately then cancel the middle ability, and now I'm immediately applying pressure with the orbs. And get some hits there, and yeah, the orbs will linger for a very, like, it's a long time, so, yeah, it could be very beneficial. So while she's still trying to attack me, I'm parrying, and from behind, it's just like all of them hit at once. It's just like immediate death. So literally within less than, what, around like 5 seconds, just dead from like full health to 0. Just like that. It's like, it's insane. I'll play it one more time, but yeah, if you can do it right, it's absolutely insane. I didn't see her. Yeah, I think that about covers it. So if this video helped you, make sure to drop a like, drop a sub. If anybody has any questions, feel free to comment below. I'll be happy to help with whatever I can. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me though, and peace.